Maze, my member, my main started from this. How you say a banner Asakaa boys. Say you more MP for me or SHS. SL series, I mean any events relating to SHS there. Yeah, my performance Asakaa boys and some other musicians. Maze, my main shots here from the importance of school in here artists on their events and in their SLC week. Now, these artists, now these musicians, they have influence, right? And a lot of them, and so stand for something. Any artist be have a brand or represent it. Let's move from there. Now, how these students happy to see these musicians, on their campuses. Every now and then, be school man, you know, book, or subject bear 8, 9, 10 is here at a particular time.
Mean John Crumpa, once your tertiary, your co-curricular activities. I want games, name my money be a bem.
Even teacher, one subject I also see another be a better, but I want to consume, what producing, results, everything. About 8 to 10 different, subjects I also see at a period. So these things, students are so stressed. A bit more crying, depression and everything. We do our share and shit. Is so creative. Sometimes we hear near maybe say too.
Release stress. What is it?
Release stress. Now, after a ginger or motivating in a way. It's now. More SLC week and all these things now. It's very important to bring these faces out. TV so TV already. So now we when you know performance, different feeling altogether.
Emma feeling here lively because maybe you have been watching the person on screens. Now we do
now I say
it's Jebad penny. It's Bishop penny.
Who say campus school money debate on who.
Oh yeah.
Into all who
but you know, sir, last year, Bistrap cash out.
Yeah, Obo shows.
Yo, minim SHS I want one ring.
Obo shows, shows. I think, mate, the American United said, a very important artist ever perform, and I said, back on grounds with these students, in any way, a boy student, even in school, you're taking from a long term. A promotion for the school. What's it right now, crying and right now, I see what system students. Initially, I was say, advert. Project to school, no matter will be or be a voter, and I said, not in home, baby, who say, okay, your school be what you must see at TCC. So I tell you, someone to me apply. Most of these musicians, they have this audience. Or positive fly as well about school. That one is a promotion.
And school exposure, right?
Exposure.
Okay.
Yeah. In a certain way. School exposure. So these are, important factors. In here, say artists build on this event or campuses. Now, let's look at the influence on the from the artists, right?
All right.
Or more very, influence on the youth. Every artist I'm taking it on a general distance, not necessarily the Asakaa or whatever.
Gospel artists, they
have very influence. What they preach, what they say, what they represent, their brand and everything. It will influence on their audience. That's why
even what they even eat,
exactly. The best chef to me, I'm motivated to be my or share side. Your artist be or share Pabua be an Empabua agents. Your artist be or they and Pabua be told. Okay, friends say Timbaland recently Gona boy told you for Timbaland. Look at the prices are Timbaland the brand on it but artists no ebe share Pabua ni man answer or be represented in
brand.
Look at how up to now, you see, at Timbaland and I get 500 cities.
You say,
1,000, 5,000 now. Because artists, we are, I bet told you for one, you see, how she be, you are representing that, and you know, Balenciaga. These are some example I met me actually say artists were influenced. Even entire Moshe come to what they preach, what they represent, what they stand for. And of course, Omobet me influencing you to know in any way. Now let me come back to the school level.
Alright.
School level, women a youth from SS time over 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, Akostra, maybe 19, 20, and all more SS. Man, a youth now, we need to build them in a certain way, right? And this is a situation now. These artists with a lot of different influences, right? Because let's look at what the Asakaa boys stand for. Because one is CSC from performing. Now, Asakaa na Kasano street. The term Asakaa and the general Asakaa represent the street. What the street mean is, Oko KJTS is now be who. Wait on idea, wait, she will be fun, wait, Obia, so, and in the hustle, Obia from different background, or Maban, Obia, the Obeyan in Sabaconano, and on the street, into a street, that is the street. And this is what the Asakaa boy represent. The whole general represent the Asakaa represented the street. It is street in the air, and the apostle street in Ubia, and we sing about it, we preach about it. There are songs that they preach against all these things. Not necessarily every day be almost way you. Of course, they have some songs. Trust me, gospel artists for to sign unless why you are doing so you are looking. Beyond their whatever. Obi wa who send you out to why you dread near ya what pictures every whatever the more the moment so I dread no what
you can't find why you want
to so what they make I say every your uncle for now on you who are where you money for man where you say time man until the other can be if not that they are as a cowboys they have beautiful songs trust me why doing in young course and of course there are some songs that also talk about drugs. But not necessarily so pretty someone quiet drugs. When you listen to their story, when you listen to their music, they are not telling you say quiet drugs. But because of their influence in Intino, who said Mesha say from the influence part, because of how influential they are, anything BR or then another boss or anything BR or be putting itself in one way in the other influence on this youth because some of them look up to them. God father, God mother, whatever. Until the obey can you obey be obey ye was a youth ni be or follow be this artist. Until artists we have to you for way who artists we your artists be not even the Asakaa boys no cry send America no moto nyom fa mpaboa no bo be ye din moto nyom fa even that lumba mo kwa to nyom aben wa ha and time na se car be na wo ho
Toyota Corolla Toyota Corolla bia back no I can't say the boots no KB kakra
you see what I'm
Toyota old Toyota Corolla
into anything BR beto nyoma fa ho no in a way our influence on the general public not necessarily even the youth or whatever but here is the case Asakaa boys most of their songs Maze, Obonyum, whenever they are, most of their songs are for the streets, are the street terms, street code, all these street things, any woman. And the head of SHS, at national, who say, okay, this particular songs, this particular artist, or more Mbeboya. They have a say in it because right now we can see how Enterpreneur can.
But Obi Subeka say Obi nche akwadanya me. How about that one? Obi nche akwadanya me. How about that one too?
Nyame bi wo ha de bia wo hwe na. Wo besua no. So I say. These are songs are omo ehunu on TikTok, omo hunu we. So oni ni be share sisia no ohunu no otonyom na kire na a different feeling altogether.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm trying to say. On TV, so with a phone because this SS Obia with a phone, almost all of them with a phone, and you win so much your moment. So I give it to me, like I say, almost say that, and I almost say that. But in a situation where artists know pretty we need to know him, I also for a bit know any pretty. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes, so for no Facebook Live and TV so the spirit, I mean the aura, everything is different kakra because all here phone so crowd to me you are the no show you know what you could do but you know when you are sorry them and also a bet 12 will feel pretty a different what said I mean you are into what are all canon. So what is okay? Because when you be alive, I say you are in the spirit. You are in the spirit already. It's on a fall more. This is why I make I say artists no eco campuses no normal compare for me, and these are the influences. Maybe now
what impact Ben this band will have on the students and so, and as a music industry in Ghana.
Music industry. I mean. There are a lot of music. You listen. I mean, a preach you in another way, a chill way.
Okay.
You will be also, and yet you will become music. You will be, I mean, over 7 metia, no, I can say, be a Balenciaga, and in your attention. I mean, cotton shit. I mean, you get what I'm trying to say. You some people are. They all become and fun. Yeah, will be so. Almost from what die had fun. They have to represent the artist. Let's look at Shatta Wale fans. Recently, Shatta Wale for interview one of the stations was it as right?
All right.
Or interview the whole to send a pair of me and
anytime you're baby Obama
and a bimukra fans
have you chanced on his video on Edum?
Yeah, hey, crazy. And these are the influencer make up one or more influence. You can't take that from them.
All right.
And your obekano and I send your obeyano in a way. Those fans now they call themselves die-hard fans. No, they can be influenced anyway.
Okay.
And head of SHS no international moves okay. Artists no cry no. Yeah, ma artists name ma no more mutie or when you no man see a cry no SS no. Uko SS and near my personal. I mean, any nyai. Obuba interquay and talk way. What you say? See, the influence our artists no so no. I mean, our students no so no. Very bad. And one thing so Asakaa the social media. So at yes, because artists no hene dada ohun you all can already. Into obeba
low key students are more fun as low key.
Omo near one wo mo da. Enti na make us say can say okay say artists no ebe influence no mo at that spot in there and that one is not true because they are influenced already. But where ebeye a factor and say artists now be gina stage wo mani no want to chill omo and also I mean, Emma influence no okay, obejitum okay, artist no kind on one gina hey. Okay, or can say we no cry. Oh, artist no more feel. Hey, and yes, we cry. I say cry no more feel.
Oh yeah.
So what I say, and these are the, I mean, natural factors are a boom when a nipan gina when you to because you can say. Or now baby because working or more phones no already. They know what they go.
Obia internet so that.
Internet no more so already. I'm crying, any near crash or TV. And see, I mean it's a good move in a way for them to also preserve because sometimes school no a training on its own. We have to train you. Even say oh a bad person and answer why influence already at the school has authority to shape you. I mean extra on here maybe school in some so okay what was saying I mean they have to put some rules and regulations to also guide you. All those I mean you know whatever you go on the social media. But extra say had a training until we have some standard, we have some rules you have to follow. Until the performances of these artists ever be the bigger influence on you about the sense of more crowd. I mean, we have the authority to train you. I mean, to shape you. Quite yes, I mean, so they are on a good way, on a good path. Okay. Now let's look at where our car, the pricing.
I'm a rate card.
No? Yeah, was say also a rate card. No? So, high, and of course. artists no forget it. Red card in the other day. I know a day. Red card now.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh yeah.
It be more than and 30k maybe near 40k 50k.
I mean 30k 40k
50k be
no,
at least a
school and I almost well when you're more revenue the SRC dues.
Yeah.
And this time around so a free SHS. Into SRCDs no, I need to acquire some way. So I say,
into I say internal generated funds. A free student, no one.
Event free student, no one. Because school money, into may event or school money aggregate fee the artists.
But how about the
revenue now?
How about the school reaching out to mechanics and sponsorship? How about that?
Okay, some of them do. There are some school events or brands be or more sponsor.
Okay.
Right. And also no, I don't know with them sponsorship. Anyway, to events, you might know they will accept some of their flags and everything. Pull up basis but every cannot so I say. But in a way, they are in a good way to put them down. And Asakaa boys no so we this year they more in a way. Now more very cautious on how they say their thing.
All right, but that's it. You just heard the voice of GH Frimsy GH. Maybe some does but my maybe one question. Even alternate solutions, man, I was say CHASS for the committee. Me, I consider at least to address these concerns of the performances.
I think
so. Wow, personal alternate solutions ben and CHASS for the bit me.
I think it's the best thing.
And it's all love. I'll leave my brother to continue.
I'll say, big up yourself, DK. Nana,
Miss,
Frimsy.
Kasa de. We are kasa de. You know, say me kwa minya binka.
Ubenya biaka.
Miss, my Miss here from shows Shatta announce Stonebwoy announce and now I mean Sarkodie Kran di can announce
yeah.
Me who conversation be on social media say Sarkodie movie and no movie. Masa abrochire ho no okobo show ho you need to book ahead. Sarkodie announcing I think 6 months right about I do 2 weeks cry.
A week,
I mean,
right?
a week, right? You can't say because of that. Stonebwoy call, Shatta call, MOG echo. No more book your money to Shatta. One announce London tours. Sometimes announce fly about. Be cancel for some reasons we might not know. And now they are doing it. Young boy and say more money. I appreciate it. Say they are doing a lot for us. Right then, I make us say Ghana music. No, every now and then be a improvement. And of course, this is one of them. You hear streams. You hear. Right now our collaborations. Shatta, any John Legend, Ebe releasing your more.
Yeah.
This is a big one for us.
A big win. It's a big win. Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say. So, bit here, Chino Kasena industry in Nigeria for the be omoko fine omoko. Yeah, but you should appreciate and support. The little one.
Obiane ni ka engine.
Exactly.
Obiane ni ka engine. Yeah.
Exactly. Nigeria for na they be Kano, the Bena, the Whiskey,
the Videos.
They are back with big international labels. And we get Ghana artists being the world that big label so as a full-time to say the more. Black Hole Empire as a distribution or no one any partner RB. Till they take care of the distribution and some tours and everything. But we can't say because of that TABI movie artists they are doing amazing. We should clap for them and encourage them some better to us this thing somewhere. Stonebwoy Air call London. I think say Onya announced the date. And Shatta announced the date. I think say somewhere August, right? And MOG, I want to say a gospel musician. 12,000 capacity.
12,000 capacity.
12,000 capacity.
I said twice Albert Hall.
Yeah, 12,500.
Yeah, they're almost 13,000. Yeah.
But one thing, gospel we say sometimes
so fun thing. Gospel there fabulous.
Gospel there because I say I'm someone I will put. We
say my current status. I will manage gospel artists any day.
Yo,
the venues are there.
Bro,
but meaning I say I'm conversation low sir because me say I think was it last year or last 2?
Okay, open reason tia omuni bars no. Okay.
They don't.
I mean,
they don't do it. I'm gonna create bars. Bars is created. I'm gonna create bars.
What say? I think was it last year na Joe Metal Accra Sports Stadium.
Bro.
I mean, who the conversations? No, I mean, who?
Big shout to Joe Metal. Bro,
gospel fund, they are doing amazing.
Give example.
Yo, big shout to Joe Metal.
Wow.
The number of sound engineers are
right.
Joe Metal is a sound and production guy. Reverb Studio or something. Sonny Badu, and Mitmaka said the only artist who say when he's making an or killing machine, he wants people to know about it. See how he promotes his stuff. And now my person almost because honestly,
audience need that. Some of them, but audience. I mean, you get what I'm trying to say? Because I was creating all these things. Emma, new crop of gospel musicians. We have here gospel industry now. And I think so who new artists are page about Bigina. Always be a woman no more. Yes, I think so Ubenya the new gospel musicians always be I don't know why. Is it because they are not motivated enough? And I say, I mean, they are no investors enough.
Metimaka say for a fact how they move, honestly. I say before you come out, crown. I was say sorry, anything to do move to the stand and say, "Obey your mama, sorry na." Right later, so Obianka manager say I approach you or more pick you or more said we sell the share by Priscilla. Obi said I be foul. And why you said the secular artists near Jumana mostly a boy, but what they do is say, Obi did not two almost. Oh, me so wasn't. So they obey the other person. Because we're not expecting not to know. Send them.
This is something I always think about it because may always be I am a music update every Friday. Be a lot of songs I drop it, release them, publish them. Now I'm phones. Okay, these songs are
their current songs.
My follow Ache. Utimu say gospel musicians. One share who new one be this year. Maze. Over to me up pinpoint a gospel musician or unity or I mean all
like new artists.
New artists are over. I don't know. I don't know why. Because there are a lot of them. So this is a conversation. I mean, we need to look at it because music, it's not always the secular one. The gospel one also there. Joe Metal, UK, London shows, but always be but we don't get the. I mean, we on them. MOG, 12,000.
Publicity, I drink a crowd one as a day.
Is it publicity?
As a phone crowd because shows some money at the idea.
You can investors near the other, no investors, no. But
yes, also, we should any prayer team near the yeah, we should any prayer team. As a secular video, video prayer team, we
and I say, any audience, no, na,
said me show ya see me show because of say best saying crowd or no easy son be show about because they have the good news, the supposed good news to sell already. The audience in churches are there. Most of them are in churches. I saw you and said nipa 20,000. I saw you for nipa 20,000. Nipa 20,000 what that?
Yeah.
And you feel now advertisement I paid nipa 20,000.
Even just one Sunday crap church service. When you sometimes
I almost shows no Sundays and after church.
Direct to consumer. But the thing that they are forgotten is of late people don't do revivals like they do. So they are supposed to be the ambassadors for that. Outside of popular size works. I'm outsiders. Then you're not call if they are saying they are bringing people to church. Church.
Right.
So what they do, and then I'm saying no more disconnecting.
So gospel, we saying they are doing amazing for the industry. This year, Dinah Hamilton, Bosho, so Accra, Kumasi. I think last year, Sunyane. I mean, they are doing a lot. I mean, they are doing it. And emoji move now. Is it emoji?
Emoji.
Yeah, move now making. I mean, it's a plus for our industry. And Seniana, sad guy in the buy no kind of.
JFK.
Also, I was saying you do on come.
I was saying I secular music.
Yeah.
Stories to talk about. Emoji they are okay. Story enough.
Yeah.
That's why we are talking about it. Because most of the times, gospel artists don't give us stories to talk about. They are just doing music, release, going to their direct to consumer.
Yes.
So they don't need us to always activate them to what I say.
Oh, okay.
But a certain goal, say, amplified in the nation. We have seen the likes of Joyce Blessing. How not PR
yeah.
Have you seen that recently he stopped moving with label and all those kind of things? And they deny to say Joe Met to me, even if they do something good that we don't know. We wouldn't know. A consumer no direct. So we beg them. They should also contribute to that.
I mean, we should look at it.
Nice one.
And let me continue from the American main check. Now we should support any artist be obeying unity or international show.
Any artist be
say
ofri campo yenina yem bomba ko sana Nigerians need you
meaning when Stonebwoy be releasing the dates no but any date be release be
yem boa yem push
we Shatta fan we
Stone fan we hwan
SM we Black I mean this is a Ghana agenda na me no be cause say ye say ohun they were Black Star Ekobom World Cup or I mean the whole support let's put this support to
same energy
artists no.
Same energy.
I mean they are selling the name Ghana on the name Ghana fielder or moton Ghana we football free music you can't take that from we say it is a football yeah quite support to in this way I mean music too you support them. They are doing amazing, okay. I mean, 6,000 capacities. I could feel it. You got 20,000. The bars, the energy around is very positive. But now let's look at how you be pijade no. And yes, you be akoni abe tenase sa akodi be ye ni abe tenase na fe ye be na sisi energy no ho. We drop in there. Obianye funny the emla sharp. MD can funny the emla sharp. Now, not in the same location, right?
Okay,
different locations. US for friend. And not say yeah, center on London. No. Because London, no, I mean,
say German news say he the uncle, diaspora.
Halan, whatever. I mean, let's go now and put the name out there. 100. Nigeria for the CHASS, you know. This same thing on the CHASS. Now there's something called, is it Ghana, Nigeria? There was a name like that.
Nigeria or
something like that. No, the CHASS. No, Mububo O2. No, we used to RT more. No, we used to feel more. Collaborate. No, I don't know. And who said now we have the market now. I mean, your analysis, your metrics. Okay, your Nigeria for bear about 80% or mobile show. No, okay, Ghana for any other Africa country for a bear 20. Okay, so Nigeria for a bear 80% nearby there. Now we should center on the Nigeria market. Ni promote ya deni. You see Omonya, I mean the blueprint and they say okay, this is the number and Omodesha say now they can do one solo artist say Westgate on the show. The same conversation and last week now make us say if say we want to do that Sarkodie should engage artists, right? That was the conversation, and of course, Sarkodie say landlord. Take it now. I mean, and we are proud to say fans no. They now make us say Sack Nation no for muti ho, and who say.
And it's true. Last week now kind right.
The energy is crazy. Yeah, that means so for muti ho, but who say the energy is crazy.
Wow.
Take it now. Omo take it now. Your friend say stock market na say gold
Bitcoin market. I say Bitcoin Bitcoin blockchain I say blockchain I say blockchain
it is how you say that way Sack Nation no who scar no to bet 30 now they at all
one side
next year as event near count.
I giddy.
I giddy now. Then I saw the out now.
I see come on.
This year strategy. I'm come pay to
bro, they are idiot.
Matter 500.
I a gold chain.
Yeah,
I a blockchain.
Matter 500.
Oh, any blue, bro. You blue.
Who say Sarkodie are very strategic. When him say Ghana at 70, the whole the attention I remember. Let's look at Ghana as 50, Ghana as 60. You heard this age now Ghana drew now. Yes, celebrating.
And that celebration is different. Special, okay.
Government is definitely going to invest too in promotions.
Yeah, and 70 70 the big.
So what I say, into Drew Honum now. Ghana for US, Ghana for London. they are all anticipated for the whole.
Even this one, Ghana at 69. I'm say you can say. Even Ghana 69. Ghana 69. I'm say Germany for the say honum. Germany for the say
the prices I go in JC sale and near that day. And this time around, wow, what take it in be I Drew Honum whisker. Yento na enya fe na China next week yente say sold out abana boy
sold out. Sold out.
It's a plus for the industry. It's a plus for the industry. 20,000 capacity na yeah the abo etiri so and this time around you can feeling easy crap. Mamimra quick one on the record label conversation. Record label conversation no. You can see a can na idea be chiama idea sama idea chin because a broad conversation. The whole, parties involved, the whole partners involved need to understand the business side of it. To send it out, can we a musician now? Why do you say signing into record label? First, understand the business part of music. Let yourself now know that music goes beyond singing in the studio. Mastering the whole project, dropping the song, doing videos, doing content and put. Now it goes this. You need to understand it. How our record label conversation here, how our artists ever sign a conversation here, the whole label contract and everything conversation at a womb. I was so winning, so winning, no akwatena how kakase. Label no SCC label bia ni ho a OCC any artist bia wo krom ha listen a contract na wa sign the asem we dey bia meka label bia ni ho a the mindset ne say obedupi ana so obeyusu label bia ewo the terms the conditions and we put it in contract now over sign a contract now. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, me say a little bit biased. Me say Kumasi for no what many aje. Yeah, me say Kumasi for no the best tape life. Mame. We are a room kakra.
The American say label bia ne rules and regulation or the condition. Obi label ne say obeje 30% of any profit be a beba will be a label condition. They say will be only masters of any product be out there under him. It been happen with Kwesiata Diana. Now
masters in an audio
masters to everything, including your image. We are artists and you want to sign to a label. Now label is very good. I want to advise you say sign a label as individual artists and as independent artists. No, the cost involved, the whole thing. Even who was kind of cry now, the video crew was kind of assigning to label. You know why? You need this connection, you need the plug. Who was kind of
somebody like Blacko or that Paris fashion here that they could a label to me do.
Exactly. Connection now
he's been an ambassador for Ellis. Once a UK for a brand before the Ellis.
Signing early time of you need to know all these things. Label is there for business. Any label be a business to get profit. To say they're not here about business. About the whole thing. Any business be the aim is to make profit. And the same thing happened to label. They are music companies. They are registered companies. They are operating as business, as corporate business. Whatever business. Into any business be partner with a product or babeton. Now, if when your product in home for so now, you the artist, your music is the product. And or babeton.
Yeah.
Into our babeton, when young for so oh, yes, just over to us. Now on to us, and no quite a conversation
because it really a kaba.
Exactly. Into any artist be your product no should sell itself. And some kind be a label conversation crab. Now let's look at contract. I don't know the be artist do bobo. Over sign a contract maybe at the end of the day, no. Now soon. You know why? First, when we do contract, no, because contract they are I mean you go through it. But when reading a first factor. Now why involve a lawyer? Not just any lawyer. We have entertainment lawyer. We have lawyers that are responsible for this contract and I mean intellectual property. Then they have lawyers there. Involve them. Now be ready to go by any decision, final decision be our no lawyer beba. Now labels ni be bar, they have their condition already. Yeah, the NSA you go with a 360 deal. With a 360 deal, you take care of your accommodation, your attire, whatever, your brand as person, no crowd. I mean we have to project to some label even tell you say language out there, I mean you have to change it. We used to person bro freedom now to selling to I mean their vision, their market we say that into label be anyhow operating. Any label be the contract but to anymore your artists are always with me. Any label be the contract but to anymore. No who say they or the abano the conditions, right? You can go over it. Now, what propose best solution?
You can even negotiate. Oh, negotiate.
You go through all this process. We now signing. We are what signing? In Tiachina Binoco who say, oh no, must say, Sam Kwame to me may appeal say after 5 years I was here assistant baby mammy. What signing I didn't know. In Tiamatna social media and can say label no treat 2 years now label no bad. Was signing a work contract in we have situations, I mean artists and label issues beer organ beer and all these things. Not say be the whole contract.
Don't you feel say sometimes to a brain or my brain kakra more they are always being a haste so you know. That's my brain I bet on anymore with the crowd.
First factor because we independent artists. I mean the struggle you pass through.
Ya bro, hey, mama who can be
label.
Tiwani must see, man who can be challenge every day. Man with the crowd me sign you.
Exactly. So what I say,
they are always in a haste to sign.
I mean, even about label, even as an individual, as a business owner, whatever. The struggles are Tony and Tony now if you invest a biaba, no I bet you don't so much out the dead who say, oh, this is juicy. I mean, maybe signing away now my business here, they are going to this level. I mean, you appreciate it, no assign. At the end of the day, no one who say, okay, so I say the name. I know that this is the thing that happening. And one thing I mean to me who say, should I call it greedy or something? Say label no call contract ni we say be a amount 20%, 30% at that time when you are signing we a bedroom time be our hate and that's why be big. I mean demand ne I mean we adore so no. You feel like the 20% is not enough. Until now you are fighting the level so be increasing amount. Almost somebody say yeah 30% no. I don't know a contract. I don't know what signing. So I signed in 5 years, now within 4 years, and now 3 years. Oh, sign pray say, change baby, we are. Now level now then you come back to tell the fan, they say, and now fans they say, level no treat you. What this is the most situation I echo. Where any artist be on any label, any asem, now any label, any asem. These are the basic things I echo. These are the basic things I call. Into a who is okay, who demanded the MI I mean, you let me stop it because you are not appreciating us. Some labels, that's how they think. Me will label ne labels be a Juma, me partner with some labels. So I know and come investment into label. Label be a no more Juma. they have a whole apartment for artists or ma signing.
All right.
Artists no the entire omokran entire ne mpaboa ne bibia eba na chire bi no mate to anu abehiti anu abeka chire say the wire you face keva no I debo ni bebe feeling no chire say na eni kwa so feeling nyom ne ye meme dia nti o say me na me feeling kese we feel so say investment
na o she mpaboa bi
investment ayi atu I was tini nyina conversation about.
You tend to think say affair you know then the 30% starts.
There you
say 30% now can
previously
and working on the day that you signed
day one.
So if there's no money coming in, it means the car.
I can't win him.
Sa pepe. It said there waje loan so we see dying so there could see our waje loan. Say they are loan for now mo be the kwaje dying kwaje kwaje loan for ne ba akona de ji asase no adwuma dan ansa na ya beje de o de si dan no because na first sa na mra na waki
utie no
sa pepe so with my
so
Mati yanko
they make you say any artist be obey label be approach you be and relax ma ho so abre come do but relax one way ya obey sign wa come na kidney na label.
Are you kidding?
I mean labels no they know whatever they are doing. Not that they are bad. Eyewo and one
down to boss.
Level ne bad. Me company na me music na me wanna me pese me dey befa artists. Enti conditions and as terms ne we e be boa me. Na me present ya to anim.
There was a nyampa so.
Enti we sign pe, what sign agreements on whatever our contract ni mu. Not that you 3 more than any company be take company. I mean you find ways to make profit. So will be better or even a happy or a provision stores and everything. Oh, but top more we normally channel but not see any failing. These are things in I mean company in labels will be finding way to make profit. Into label and also the name maybe be shame. Them or much at the shame pie. Close SHS be a untimi and some pray for amendment after maybe some years, and I say be work label ni be work I sign 5 years within the 5 years and you can't change anything in it and we be move at the shame to you it's one young lawyer or better we sign it very juicy no sign it into ube drew baby ube I mean ube pre say yes sunny ma be more ni actually say be ha maybe I'll sign it, maybe I'll sign it, and it's say, when Timmy may boost amendment, beyond Timmy Musa, same assistant, be a whole label in your money. Amazing, but that's what I say. Label in your money, one thing, so I am the my label, no, and you looking bad too. I mean, you know, artists no, Obenya hits Nivea, fans number pen asem, O label no cry and found. Most artists grab you or name the label behind them. You just know their faces. Until on your barber saw video and now interview ko can you market to be a label ayana near who say label for you. So what I say, I mean
in an artist life and a label life, working forward.
Nice one. And Sakon and Saba.
Yeah, exactly. Now I saw a conversation on social media. We say, is it good say over sign a record label as independent artists and as artists are over?
Yeah, new artists, yeah.
This is what I have to say. Now, music no, a count a juma bakwa. What do you question? A very risky power as a music count by you. You know why? You bet me investing in artists over bare 5 years now. You're hitting your labels be on her or more pretty artists be on assign on 5 years up to now. You're label in your hitting
your hit song.
Or more can see car kuma mawa. Yembe show. So the Kwadum could be a store. I mean, every month be a who be now or I mean no profit on it. But all the best artists more. So artists no when they say the most race we say a juma what we are say. All artists na gasano decision I will make it to become an artist na kasa o person or artist no e no cry erase on it own you might not know when I be hate it when you na be artist be o ha no mabomabu because o feel so person or hate no na any only way I mean plan e dan anim so what I say oni adwuma bi aka ho into be ye be dropping and fa dropping and fa 2 years 5 years 4 years e bi akwa up to 10 years onya hate e ti wabam bebu then na lebo ne bamu a na afi na say wa ne so anyina yawe atio usufre so what I say because her bra wa bre wa fight all these struggles na afi lebo aba na opeso o sign no e bi kwa lebo bi wo be ma Fiat na mu bi kwa be ma car bi I mean juicy conversation beba juicy deals beba e hodo na was all very careful. So lebo nya approach wa we artist na otie me a ho and I will be very careful we are seeing the decision you make there no ebetimi asell brand in
so one share you make decisions in your pajamas
decision at the end of the day I mean over regret say oh music your artist be because of label to ma perform team decisions are o make
you so depressed
exactly
yeah
your artist you be bodiya kwakusi not because label need to more than to extend because one share when you may and go through what I was go through and I was signing a label no until person was signing label and I say be for sell signing label you good and I say you good look at what your independence no quite best now for to promote your name quite best now for to promote your own quite best so and I mean we try videos or get to production and everything so what I say into where all these costs now okay label be so mu amount be so mu amount all these things amount when you say nka wo sika wo de be hyesa na emanim obi aba be gi asoa so obi aba be gi asoa there then profit be ba no e divided I was say eche na nipa ni nya ne odi aba be hyem na me so nya menwoma ameye e hana artists bebre greedy to the extent say obe hiti wie na label ni be so ni mu wie na fe ni refi kwaya na label no e fa so eboa investment na label no e push realm so at as ni refi na fe greediness na about to the extent say
I mean me blow so me nya big do
yeah
percentage are calculated on net not gross
okay
until by the time when na ya no mo feel say label ni chiti what the car yeah we expenses bia ko mu bia and sakrana percentage na be adwuma so please understand that
yeah until one thing you we nyina say I mean at the end of the day no be blame labels so what I say na e be drew time label no e be take ne ka odi ashima o feel so I hated into no say you see was say wunya sika ni nyina I mean say we independence na ko do ha ka o san look back our account ma be hu sika
film
so I say until look at this now be so signing label first thing get a lawyer not just any lawyer who understands this
entertainment
your such lawyers so na omo take you through all this process relax e bi mo ha no mo pre omo label guy bi ana menene
contract number
guy bi ana menene din komo on fat lawyer no na lawyer ne man say or be respond in a month's time or so I think so no case be or whatever artist no hu say so pray wa nya ne
lawyer na che o che ono ka sa top pen what top pen dey go sign
o kwa go sign
what top pen what top big pen o go sign
because the lawyer crowd come lawyer na say enye personal lawyer crowd so because of waiting to know akwa say okay or so hwe mu mame or so am certain time be or so we nya time I am out on feel say na o che I mean o tina manage so say me cause I dey time we and of course labels be o ha the label be o believe in your craft no be nya time am go through all these things o pressure who we bring I mean you over signing the end signing so you should be very careful in any contract be over sign sometimes not even about label contract artists there are some brands be approach you there are some ambassadorial deals I mean contract won't be you sign and no I mean get through it go through it na hu ni ewo man sana or put pen on it nti maze label conversation in the ekase eka yebe ka chepa
nice one matikasa
ma find the hana categories na about the moka
me that's you bet me room categories no but mamimbo some VN viewers
okay
billion
it's a pandit here real quick catch if I rap mu me can say let's start with best rap. Man, I just love the Kumasi people inside. I just want to be a little bit biased here.
Kojo Q.
So big shouts to Kojo Q. Ken Kojo Q. Strong man.
Maze, Kojo Q. No, I don't know. So what here? You understand why I want best rap?
Kojo Q.
Yeah,
bro. I have yo.
You understand why? I mean, who categorize? I mean, strong man, Kojo Q. Not very difficult for me to I mean predict you.
And apart from the best rap category, you know, best rap performance, do you know say Ayisu or Kojosa or writer?
Yeah, or songwriter of the year,
bro.
Or songwriter of the year.
Big shout to Kojo Q, Ken Kojo Q. Chalewa serious. Congratulations to Kojo Q.
And so our conversations.
So my next one. Into winning strong man Kojo Q, a lyrical Joke, and so always your best hip life and hip hop artist
of the year.
Where's Kojo Q sawa say? Kenneth Soaha.
No.
Kweku Smoke, MDK, Black Sheriff, Sarkodie.
It's going to be interesting.
Hey, TJ me
very interesting.
Charlie, big shout to King Kojo Q. Was serious.
Kenneth and Kojo Q, you know, coming not just because I'm Kumasi guy, but looking at Kenneth like this. Asakaa back in the day now. Nominate two or more for some reason I don't know. I don't know why. Because then time now Asakaa by I mean popular song of the year.
I think say no I'm filing. Me just some filing
I don't know.
I'm filing. They didn't file. Maybe I come file it and come in.
I don't know, but now I mean conversation be also I mean the up there no air against so one a whole lot of things. I don't know how to
I'm not sure they filed. There's someone filing for nomination.
Okay, but I mean it's good to say who.
So okay, we on to the next one real quick. Yeah.